So these students are as prepared as they're going to be, and it's going to be great fun. And like I put in the announcement, there is violence, but it's not graphic. So use your imagination. Our swords are made of wood, and we decided it would be too messy to have blood, so we're just pretending the blood. And it's a wonderful, tragic story. We decided if we do this again, which we will, we're going to do a funny one next time. So I would like to thank you for being here tonight, and I guess we should get started. They're so excited back there. Okay, let's clap for them.
Romans, countrymen, give ear to our humble yet tragic tale. Caesar is destined for power. He hath ruled Rome with a firm yet loving hand 16 years hence. Now how triumphantly he doth return. None could fault him after ending such a strife-filled war twixt the noble Romans. From the triumvirate, Crassus and Pompey are dead, and their sons are vanquished. And lo, Caesar doth enter the common street with fanfare and pomp. Such a celebration seen only on the feasting day of Lupercal. Rome's glorious leader returns anon.
Calpurnia!
Here, my lord.
Stand you directly in Antonius' way when he doth run his course. Antonius!
Caesar, my lord.
Forget not in your speed, Antonius, to touch Calpurnia, for our elders do say, those touched in this holy chase, shake off their sterile curse.
I shall remember. When Caesar says do this, it is performed.
Set on, and leave no ceremony out.
Caesar!
Ha! Who calls?
Peace yet again, bid every noise be still.
I hear a tongue shriller than all the music. Cry, Caesar! Speak! Caesar is turned to hear.
Beware the Ides of March.
What man is that?
A soothsayer. Bids you beware the Ides of March.
Set him before me. Let me see his face.
Fellow, come from the throng. Look upon Caesar.
What sayest thou to me again? Speak!
Beware the Ides of March.
He is a dreamer. Let us leave him. Pass.
Will you go see the order of the course?
Not I.
I pray you, do.
I am not gamesome. I do act some part of that strict spirit that is in Antony. I will not hinder Cassius, your desires.
Brutus,
I will leave thee.
I do observe you now of late. I have not from your eyes that gentleness and show of love as I was wont to have. You bear too stubborn and too strange a hand over a friend that loves you.
Cassius, be not deceived. If I veiled my look, I turned the troubles of my countenance merely upon myself. Vexed am I late with passions of some difference, conceptions, only proper to myself, which give some soil, perhaps, to my behaviors. But let not, therefore, my good friends be grieved, among which number, Cassius, you be one, nor strew any further my neglect. Other than that, poor Brutus, with himself at war, forgets the shows of love to other men.
Then, Brutus, I have much mistook your passion, by means whereof this breast of mine hath buried thoughts of great value, worthy cogitations. Tell me, good Brutus, can you see your face?
No, Cassius, for the eye sees not itself, but by reflection, by some other thing.
There, 'tis just, and it is very much lamented, Brutus, that you have no such mirrors as will turn your hidden worthiness into your eye, that you might see your shadow? I have heard where many of the best respect in Rome, except immortal Caesar. Speaking of Brutus and groaning underneath this age's yoke, have wished that noble Brutus had his eyes.
Into what dangers would you lead me, Cassius? Would you have me seek into myself for that which is not in me?
Therefore, good Brutus, be prepared to hear. And since you know you cannot see yourself so well as by reflection, I, your glass, will modestly discover to yourself that of yourself which you yet know not of.
What means this shouting? I do fear these people choose Caesar for their king.
Aye, do you fear it? Then I must think you would not have it so.
I would not, Cassius. Yet, I love him well. But wherefore you hold me here so long? What is it you would impart to me?
I know that virtue to be in you, Brutus, as well as I do know your outward favor. Well, honor is the subject of my story. I cannot tell what you and other men think of this life, but for my single self, I had as lief not be as live to be in awe of such a thing as I myself. I was born as free as Caesar. So are you. We have both fed as well, and we can both endure the winter's cold as well as heat.
Another general shout. I do fear these applauses are for some new honors that are heaped upon Caesar.
Why, man, he doth bestride the narrow world like a colossus, and we petty men walk under his huge legs and peep about to find ourselves dishonorable graves. Men at some time are masters of their fates. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves, that we are underlings. Brutus and Caesar, what should be in that season? Why should that name be sounded more than yours? Write them together. Yours is as fair a name. Sound them, it doth become the mouth as well. Weigh them, it is as heavy. Conjure with them, Brutus will start a spirit as soon as Caesar.
What you have said, I will consider. What you have to say, I will with patience hear. And find a time, both meet to hear and answer such high things. Till then, noble friend, chew upon this. Brutus, I'd rather be a villager than reputed a son of Rome.
I am glad that my weak words have struck but thus much show of fire from Brutus.
The games are done, and Caesar is returned.
As they pass by, pluck Casca by the sleeve, and he will, after his sour fashion, tell you what hath preceded worthy note today.
I will do so. But look you, Cassius, the angry spot doth glow on Caesar's brow, and all the rest look like a kid in train.
Casca will tell us what the matter is.
Antonius,
Caesar,
have men about me that are fat, sleek-headed men, as such are sleep o' nights. Yon Cassius has a lean and hungry look in him. He thinks too much. Such men are dangerous.
fear him not, Caesar. He's not dangerous. He's a noble Roman, and well given.
Would he were fatter! Yet I fear him not. Yet, if my name were liable to fear, I do not know the men I should avoid so soon as that spare Cassius. Such men as he be never at heart's ease, whilst they behold a greater than themselves, and thus are very dangerous. I rather tell thee what is to be feared than what I fear, for always I am Caesar. Come on my right hand, for this ear is deaf, and tell me truly what thou thinkst of him.
You pulled me by the cloak. Would you speak with me?
Aye, Casca. Tell us what hath chanced today, that Caesar looked so sad.
Why, you were with them, were you not?
I should not then ask Casca what had chanced.
Why, there was a crown offered him, and being offered him, he put it by, with the back of his hand thus. And then the people fell a shouting.
What was the second noise for?
Why for that too?
They shouted thrice. What was the third cry for?
Why for that too?
Was the crown offered him thrice?
I very lust, and every time he put it by, gentler than the other, and at every putting by, mine honest neighbors shouted.
Who offered him the crown?
Why, Mark Antony.
Tell us the manner of it, gentle Casca.
I can't as well be hanged as tell the manner of it. It was mere foolery. I didn't mark it. Mark Antony offered him a crown, yet 'twas not a crown neither. 'Twas one of those coronets. And as I told you, he put it by. But for all that, to my thinking, he was very loath to lay his finger softly. Then he offered the crown again. Again he refused it. But to my thinking, he would fain have had it. Then Antony offered the crown the third time. He put it the third time by, and still, as he refused it, the rattlement shouted and clapped its chopped hands, and uttered such a great deal of stinking breath that Caesar had almost choked, for he fell down and swooned. And for my own part, I durst not laugh, for fear of opening my lips and receiving with that air.
But stop, I pray. What? Did Caesar swoon?
He fell down and foamed at the mouth, and was speechless.
'Tis very likely he hath the falling sickness.
No, Caesar hath it not. But you and I, honest Casca, we have the falling sickness.
I know not what you mean by that, but I am sure that Caesar fell down. When he came to himself, he said that if he had done or said anything amiss, he wished their worships to think it was but his infirmity.
And after this, he came thus sad away.
Aye,
Did Cicero say anything?
aye, he spoke Greek.
To what effect?
Nay, and if I tell you, I'll never look you in the face again. But those that understood him laughed and shook their heads. But for mine own part, 'twas Greek to me.
Casca, will you sup with me tonight?
No, I promised forth.
Will you dine with me tomorrow?
Aye, if your mind hold, and I'd be alive, and your dinner worth the eating.
Good. I will expect you.
Do so. Farewell, both.
And so it is. For this time, I will leave you, Cassius. If you please to speak with me again, come home to me, and I will wait for you.
I will do so. Till then, think of the world. Caesar doth bear me hard, but he loves Brutus. Caesar's ambition shall be glanced at, for we will shake him, or worse days endure.
What? Lucius? I cannot, by the progress of these stars, give guess to how near the day. Lucius, I say, I would it were my fault I sleep so soundly. When, Lucius, when? Awake, I say. What? Lucius?
Called you, my lord?
Aye. Is not tomorrow the Ides of March?
I know not, my lord.
Look into the calendar and bring me word.
I will, sir.
Shall Rome stand under one man's awe? What Rome? My ancestors did from the streets of Rome the Tarquin drive when he was called a king. Speak, strike, redress. Am I entreated thus to speak and strike? O Rome, I make thee promise. If redress will follow, thou receivest thy full petition at the hand of Brutus.
Sir, March has wasted 15 days.
'Tis good. Go to the gate. Somebody knocks. Since Cassius did first whet me against Caesar, I have not slept. Between the first thing of a dreadful act and its first motion, all the interim is like a phantasma or some hideous dream.
Sir, 'tis your brother Cassius at the door who doth desire to see you.
Is he alone?
No, sir, there are more with him.
Do you know them?
No, sir. Their hats are plucked about their ears and off their faces buried in their cloaks, that by no means may discover them by any mark of slavery.
Let him enter. They are the faction. O conspiracy, Shamest thou to show thy brow by night, when evils are most dread? Oh, then by day, where wilt thou found a cavern dark enough to hide thy monstrous visage?
I think we are too bold upon your rest. Good morrow, Brutus. Do we trouble you?
No, Cassius, for I have been this hour awake all night. Know I these men who come along with you?
Yes, every man of them. And no man here but honors you. And every one doth wish you had but that opinion of yourself which every noble Roman bears of you. This is Trebonius.
He is welcome hither.
This Decius Brutus.
He is welcome too.
This Casca. This Cinna. And this Metellicimber.
They are all welcome. Now give me all your hands all over, one by one.
And let us swear our resolution.
No, not an oath. If not the face of men, the substance of our souls, the times of use. If these motives be weak, break off betimes, and every man hence to his idle bed. And so that high-sided tyranny rage on. What other bond than secret Romans that have spoke the word and will not falter? What other oath than honesty to honesty engaged? That this shall be, or we will die for it. To think that our cause or our performance they need an oath, when every drop of blood that every Roman bears, and nobly bears, is the only oath required.
Shall no man else be touched, but only Caesar?
Decius, well urged. I think it is not meet Mark Antony, so well beloved of Caesar, should outlive Caesar. We shall find of him a shrewd contriver. Let Antony and Caesar fall together.
Our quarrels will seem too bloody, Caius Cassius, to first cut off the head, then hack the limbs, like wrath and death and envy afterwards.
For Antony is but a limb of Caesar.
Let us be sacrificers, not butchers, Cassius. Gentle friends, let us kill him boldly, not wrathfully. We shall carve him as a dish fit for the gods, not hew him as a carcass fit for hounds. We shall become purgers, not murderers. And as for Mark Antony, think not of him, for he can do no more than Caesar's arm when Caesar's head has been cut off.
Yet I do fear him, for the engrafted love he bears to Caesar.
Alas, good Cassius, think not of him, for if he do love Caesar, all that he can do is to himself take thought and die for Caesar.
That were much he should, for he is given to sports, to wildness, and much company.
There is no fear in him.
Let him not die.
For he will live and laugh at this hereafter.
Peace, count the clock.
The clock hath stricken 3.
'Tis time to part.
But it is doubtful yet whether Caesar will come forth today or no, for he is superstitious grown of late.
Never fear that. If he be so resolved, I can o'ersway. Let me work, for I can give his hammer the true bent, and I will bring him to the Capitol.
Nay, we will all of us be there to fetch him.
The morning comes upon us.
We'll leave you, Brutus, and friends disperse yourselves. But all remember what you have said, and show yourselves true Romans.
Good friends, be you look fresh and merry, and let not our appearances put on our purposes, but bear as our Roman actors would, with untired spirits and formal constancy. And so, good morrow to you, everyone.
Brutus, my lord.
Portia, what mean you? Wherefore rise you now? It is not thus to commit your weak condition to the raw cold of the morning.
Nor for yours neither. You ungently, Brutus, stole from my bed, and yesternight at supper you suddenly arose and walked about, musing and sighing with your arms across. And when I asked you what the matter was, you stared at me with ungentle looks. I urged you further, then you scratched your head, and too impatiently stamped with your foot. Yet I insisted, yet you answered not, but with an angry posture of your hand, gave sign for me to leave you. So I did, fearing to strengthen that impatience, which seemed too much enkindled and withal, hoping it was but an effective humor, which hath his hour with every man. I will not let you eat, nor talk, nor sleep, and could work so much upon your shape, as it hath much prevailed upon your condition. I did not know you, Brutus. Dear my lord, make me acquainted with your cause of grief.
I am unwell in health. That is all.
Is Brutus sick? And is it physical? To walk unbraced and suck up the humors of the dank morning? What? Is Brutus sick? And will he steal out of his wholesome bed to dare the vile contagion of the night and tempt the roomy and unpurged air to add unto his sickness? No, my Brutus, you have some sick offense within your mind, which by the right and virtue of my place I ought to know of, and upon my knees I charge you by my once commended beauty, by all your vows of love, and that great vow which did incorporate and make us one, that you unfold to me yourself, your half. Why you are heavy? What men tonight have had resort to you? For here have been some 6 or 7 that hide their faces, even from the darkness.
Kneel not, gentle Portia.
I should not need if you were gentle, Brutus. Within the bond of marriage, tell me, Brutus, is it accepted I should know no secrets that appertain to you?
You are my true and honorable wife, as dear to me as the ruddy drops that visit my sad heart.
If this were true, then I should know this secret. I grant I am a woman, but withal a woman Lord Brutus took to wife. I grant I am a woman, but withal a woman well reputed, Cato's daughter. Think you I am no stronger than my sex, being so fathered and so husbanded? Tell me your counsels, I will not disclose them.
Yea, the gods, render me worthy of this noble wife. Hark, on comes Portia. Go in a while, and by thy bosom shall partake in all the secrets of my sad heart. All the character of my sad brows I will construe to thee, all my engagements. Leave me in haste.
Caesar shall forth. The things that threaten me never look but on my back. When they see the face of Caesar, they are but vanished.
Caesar, I never stood on omens, yet now they fright me. There is one within, besides the things we have heard and seen, recounts most horrid sights. A lioness hath whelped in the streets, and graves have yawned and yielded up their dead. Fierce fiery warriors fought upon the clouds, in ranks and squadrons in right form of war, which drizzled blood upon the Capitol. The noise of battle hurtled through the air, horses did neigh, and dying men did groan, and ghosts did shriek and squeal about the streets. O Caesar, these things are beyond all use, and I do fear them.
What can be avoided, whose end is purposed by the mighty gods? Yet Caesar shall go forth, for these predictions are to the world in general as to Caesar.
When beggars die, there are no comets seen. The heavens themselves blaze forth the death of princes.
Cowards die many times before the deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. Of all the things I have yet heard, it seems most strange to me that men should fear, seeing that death, a necessary end, will come when it will come. Caesar knows full well that danger is not as powerful as he. We are two lions littered in the same day, and I, the elder and more terrible. Yet Caesar shall go forth.
Alas, my lord, your wisdom is consumed in confidence. Do not go forth today. Call in mind who that keeps you in the house, and not your own. We shall send Mark Antony to the Senate house, and he shall say you are not well today. Let me, upon my knees, prevail in this.
Mark Antony shall say I'm not well today, and for thy humor I will stay at home. Here is Decius Brutus. He shall tell them so.
Caesar, all hail. Good morrow, worthy Caesar. I come to fetch you to the Senate House.
And you are come in very happy time to bear my greeting to the senators that I will not come today. Cannot is false. Dare not. False, sir. I will not come today. Tell them so, Decius.
Most mighty Caesar, let me know some cause, lest I be laughed at when I tell them so.
The cause is my will. I will not come today. That is enough to satisfy the Senate. But for your private satisfaction, because I love you, I will tell you so. Calpurnia here, my wife, stays me at home, for tonight she dreamt she saw my statue, which, like a fountain with 100 sprouts, did run pure blood. And many lusty Romans came smiling, and did bathe their hands in it, and for these does she apply warnings, and portents, and evil invites, and on her knee hath begged I stay at home today.
This dream is all misinterpreted. It was a vision fair and fortunate. Your statue, spouting blood, in many pipes, in which so many smiling Romans bathe, signifies that from you, great Rome shall suck reviving blood, and this by Calpurnia's dream is signified.
And this have you well expounded it.
I have, when you have heard what I can say. I know it now, the Senate have concluded to give this day a crown to mighty Caesar. Shall you send them word you will not come? Their minds may change. Besides, it were a law, apt to be read for someone's sake. Break up the Senate till another time, until Caesar's wife shall meet with If Caesar hide himself, shall they not whisper, Lo, Caesar is afraid? Pardon me, Caesar, for my dear, dear love, to your proceeding bids me tell you this.
How foolish do your fears seem now, Calpurnia. I am ashamed I did yield to them. Give me my robe, for I will go. Hurry up. Look, where Publius has come to fetch me.
Good morrow, Caesar.
Welcome, Brutus, what are you stirred so early to? I thank you for your pains and courtesies. Bid them prepare within. I am to be thus waited for. Now, Cinna, Metellus, what? Trebonius, and Casca, be near me that I may remember you.
Caesar, I will. And so near will I be that your best friends shall wish I had been further.
Good friends, come in and taste some wine with me, and we, like friends, will straightway go together.
That every like is not the same. O Caesar!
Marcher, come.
I, Caesar, but not gone. I wish your enterprise today may try.
What enterprise, Papilius?
Very well.
What said Pompilius Lena?
He wished today our enterprise might thrive. I fear our purpose is discovered.
Look how he makes the Caesar. Mark him.
Casca! Be silent, for we fear prevention. Brutus, what shall be done? If this be known, Cassius or Caesar never shall turn back, for I will slay myself.
Cassius be constant. Pompilius Lena speaks not of our purposes. For look, he smiles, and Caesar doth not change.
Trebonius knows his time. For look you, Brutus, he draws Mark Antony out of the way.
Where's Metellus Cimber? Let him go, and presently prefer his suit to Caesar.
He is addressed. Press near and second him.
Casca, you at first, here's your hand.
Are we already? What is now amiss that Caesar his senate must redress?
Most high, most mighty, most puissant Caesar, Metellus repose before thy seat and humble heart.
I must prevent thee, Simber. These couchings and these lowly courtesies might fire the blood of ordinary men, and turn preordinance in first degree into the law of children. Be not fond to think Caesar bears such rebel blood that will be thawed by the true quality with that which melteth fools. I mean, sweet words, low-crooked courtesies, and base spaniel fawning. Thy brother, by decree, is banished. If thou dost bend and pray and fawn for him, I spur thee like a cur out of my way.
Caesar, thou dost me wrong.
Caesar did never wrong without just cause, and nor without cause will he be satisfied.
Is there no voice more worthy than my own, to sound more sweetly in great Caesar's ear, for the repealing of my banished brother?
I kiss thy hand, but not in flattery, Caesar, desiring thee that Publius Cimber might have immediate freedom of repeal.
What, Brutus?
Pardon, Caesar! Caesar, pardon! As low as to thy foot does Cassius fall, to beg enfranchisement for Publius Cimber.
I could be well moved if I were as thee. If I could pray to move, prayers would move me. Yet I am as constant as the northern star, whose true fixed and resting quality there is no fellow in the firmament. The skies are painted with unnumbered sparks. They are all fire, and every one doth shine. But there is but one doth hold his place. So, in the world, 'tis furnished well with men, and men are flesh and blood and apprehensive. Yet, in the number, I do know but one, that unassailable holds on his frame, unshaked of emotion, that I am he. Let me a little show it even in this, that I was constant, Cimber should remain banished, and content do I remain to keep him so.
Oh, Caesar!
Hence wilt thou lift up Olympus?
Great Caesar!
Doth not Brutus Bootless kneel?
Speak hands for me.
Et tu, Brute? Then fall, Caesar. Liberty! Freedom! Run, hence, proclaim, crowd about the streets.
Some in the common pulpits they cry out, liberty, freedom, and enfranchisement!
People and senators, be not afraid. Fly not, stand still. Ambition's debt is paid. Where is Publius?
Here, quite confronted with this mutiny.
Stand fast together, lest some friend of Caesar should chant.
Talk not of standing. Publius, good cheer. There is no harm intended to your person, nor to no Roman else. So tell them, Publius.
And leave us, Publius, lest that the people rushing on us should do your age some mischief.
Do so, and let no man abide by this deed, except we, the doers.
Where's Antony?
Butchers' house made. Men, wives, and children stare, cry out, and run around to see for doomsday.
Fates, you will know your pleasure. That we die, we know. 'Tis but the time and the drawing of the days out that men stand upon.
Why, he that cuts off 20 years of life cuts off so many years of fearing death.
Grant that, and then is death a benefit? So are we, Caesar's friends, that ever breached his time of fearing death. Stoop, Roman, stoop. Let us bathe our hands in Caesar's blood, up to our elbows, and besmear our swords. Then walk we forth, even into the marketplace, waving our red burdens over our heads. Let us all cry, peace, freedom, and liberty!
Stoop then and wash. How many ages hence shall this our lofty scene be acted o'er, in states unborn and accents yet unknown?
How many times shall Caesar bleed in sport? You're worthier than the dust.
So often shall the naught of us be called, the men that gave their country liberty.
Soft, who comes here? A friend of Antony's.
Thus, Brutus, did my master bid me kneel, and being prostrate, thus he bade me say, Brutus is noble, wise, valiant, and honest. Caesar was mighty, bold, royal, and loving. If Brutus will vouchsafe that Antony may safely come to him, be resolved, how Caesar hath deserved a mighty death. Mark Antony should not live Caesar dead so well as Brutus living, which to follow the fortunes and affairs of noble Brutus through the hazards of this untried state with all true faith, so says my master Antony.
Thy master is a wise and valiant Roman. I never thought him worse. So tell him, Please him to come unto this place, and he should be satisfied, and by my honor depart untouched.
I'll fetch him presently.
I know that we will have him well befriended.
I wish we may, but yet I have a mind that fears him much,
But here
and
comes,
my misgivings still fall shrewdly to the purpose.
but here comes Antony. Welcome, Mark Antony.
O mighty Caesar, dost thou lie so low? Are all thy conquests, glories, triumph, spoils, shrunk to this level measure? Fare thee well. I know not, gentlemen, what you intend. Who else must be let blood? Who else is reign? If I myself, there is no hour so fit as Caesar's death hour, nor no instrument at half that worth, of which your sword made rich, with the most noble blood of all this world. I do beseech you, if you bear me heart. Now wilt your purple hands do reek in smoke, fulfill your pleasure. Let 1,000 years I shall not find myself so apt to die.
O Mark Antony.
No place will please me so. No means of death. And hereby Caesar and by you cut off.
Mark Antony, beg not your death of us, though now we must seem bloody and cruel, as by our hands. And this present act you see we do. But see what our hands, and this bleeding business they have done. See not our hearts, for they are pitiful, and pity to the general wrong of Rome. As fire drives out fire, so pity has done this deed on Caesar.
Your voice shall be as strong as any man's in the disposing of new dignities.
Be only patient to have appeased the multitude, besides themselves with fear. And then shall we deliver the cause why I, who did love Caesar when I struck him, have thus proceeded.
I doubt not your wisdom. Let each man render me his bloody hand. First, Marcus Brutus, will I shake with you. Next, Caius Cassius, will I take your hand. Now, Decius Brutus, yours. Now yours, Metellus. Yours, Cinna. And my valiant Casca, yours. Though last but not least in love, yours, noble Trebonius. Gentlemen, all, alas, what shall I say? My credit now stands on such slippery ground that one or two bad ways you must conceit me, either a coward or a flatterer. That I did love thee, Caesar. Oh, 'tis true. If then thy spirit look upon us now, would it not grieve thee dearer than thy death to see thine Antony making peace, shaking the bloody fingers of thy foes, O most noble, in the presence of thy corpse? Pardon me, Julius. Here dost thou fall, and here thy hunter stand, signed in thy spoiled and crimsoned in thy death. O world, thou wast the force to this heart, and this, O world, truly, the heart of thee. How like a deer struck by many princes did thou here lie.
Mark Antony, I blame you not for praising Caesar so, but what compact mean you to have with us? Will you be pricked in number of our friends, or shall we on, and not depend on you?
Therefore I took your hands, but was indeed swayed from the point by looking down on Caesar. Friends, I'm with you all, and love you all. Upon this hope you will tell me why, and wherein Caesar was dangerous.
Or else was this a savage spectacle? Our reasons so full of good regard, that were you, Mark Antony, a son of Caesar, you should be satisfied.
Be it so. I do desire no more. And moreover, suitor, that I may produce his body to the marketplace, and there, in the pulpit, as becomes a friend, speak in the order of his funeral.
You shall, Mark Antony.
Brutus, a word with you. You know not what you do. Do not consent that Antony speak in his funeral. Know you how much the people may be moved by that which he will utter?
By your pardon, I will myself to the pulpit first, and give the reason for our Caesar's death. What Mark Antony will say, I shall protest. for he speaks by leave and by permission, and that we are contented that Caesar hath all true rights and lawful ceremony, it shall advantage us more than harm us.
I know not what may fall, I like it not.
Mark Antony, take you Caesar's body. You shall not, in your funeral speech, blame us, but speak all good you can devise of Caesar. Say you do, by our permission, or else have no hand at all about his funeral.
Be it so. I do desire no more.
Prepare the body, then follow us.
Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. Thou art the ruins of the noblest man that ever lived in the tide of times. Woe to the hands that shed this costly blood. Now over thy wounds do I prophesy, which thy dumb mouth hope their ruby lips to beg the voice and utterance of my tongue, so that this foul deed shall fall above all the earth, with carrion men groaning for burial. You serve Octavius Caesar, do you not?
I do, Mark Antony.
Caesar did right for him to come to Rome.
He did receive his letters and is coming, and bid me say by word of mouth, "Oh, Caesar!"
Thy heart is good. Let me a pardon thee. For passion I see is catching. For mine eyes, seeing those beads of sorrow stand in thine, is bent to water. Is thy master coming?
He lies within 7 leagues of Rome.
Post back with speed and tell him I'll have chance. Here is a mourning Rome, a dangerous Rome. No room of safety for Octavius yet. Hie hence and tell him so. Yet, stay a while. Thou shalt not back me till I bore him his corpse. Into the marketplace, there I shall try, in my oration, how the people take the cruel issue of these bloody men. According to which thou shalt discourse to the young Octavius in the state of things. Lend me your hand.
Be patient till the last. Romans, countrymen, lovers, hear me for my cause, and be silent that you may hear. Believe me for my honor, and have respect to my honor that you may believe. Awaken your senses and censor me in your wisdom, that you might be the better judge. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar, to him I say, Brutus's love for Caesar was no less than his. If then that friend demand why Brutus rose up against Caesar, this is my answer. It was not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. Had you rather Caesar were living and you die all slaves? No. And that Caesar were dead and you live on as free men? No. As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There are tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, but death for his ambition. Who here is so base that would be a bondman? If any, speak. For him I have offended. Who here is so rude that would not be a Roman? If any, speak. For him I have offended. Who here is so vile that did not love their country? If any, speak. For him I have offended. and none I have offended. For I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus. The question of his death enrolled in the Capitol, his glory not extenuated wherein he was worthy, nor his offenses enforced for which he suffered death. Here comes his body, mourned by Mark Antony. Though he had no hand about his death, shall receive the benefit of his dying, and place in the commonwealth, as which of you shall not. That, as I slew Caesar for the good of Rome, I have that same dagger for myself, that when it pleased my country, to need my death. Let me depart alone, and for my sake, stay here with Antony. Do grace to Caesar's corpse, and grace to his speech, hanging to Caesar's glory, which, by our permission, he is allowed to make. I do entreat you, not a man of you depart, save I alone, till Mark Antony has spoke.
Stay, ho, and hear Mark Antony!
We'll hear him. Go, Antony, go on.
For Brutus' sake, I am beholding to you.
What does he say of Brutus?
He says for Brutus' sake, he's beholding to us all.
For best he speaks no harm of Brutus here.
Yeah! His Caesar was a tyrant.
Yeah! I'm sure we are blessed that Rome is rid of him.
Yeah! You gentle Romans!
Peace, all, let us hear him.
Peace. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often turned with their bones. So let it be with Caesar.
Yeah.
The noble Brutus hath told you that Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it were a grievous fault, and grievously hath Caesar answered it.
Yeah.
Here I stand today with the permission of Brutus and the rest. For Brutus is an honorable man. So they are all honorable men. Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? No. When the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff.
Yes.
Yet, Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. You all did see on the Lupercal, I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which thrice he did refuse. Was this ambition? No. Yet, Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus. And sure, he's an honorable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, only to speak what I do know. You all did love him once. Not without cause. What cause then prohibits you to mourn for him? O judgment, thou art pledge of brutish peace, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart lies there in the coffin with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me.
Methinks there is much reason in his saying.
If thou consider rightly of the matter, Caesar has had great wrong.
Has he not, masters? I feel worse will come in his place.
Mark ye his words? He would not take the crown, therefore to certain he was not ambitious.
If it be found so, some will dear abide it.
Poor soul, his eyes as red as fire with weeping.
There's not a nobler man in Rome than Antony.
Now mark him. He begins again to speak.
But yesterday the word of Caesar might have stood against the world. Now lies he there, with none so poor to do him reverence? Oh, masters, if I were disposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I should do Brutus wrong and Cassius wrong, whom you all know are honorable men. I'd rather wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you, than to wrong such honorable men.
Yeah. They were traitors. Honorable men?
No!
But here's a parchment with Caesar's seal. I found it in his closet. 'Tis his will. Let the commons hear this testament, which, pardon me, I may not read. Have patience, gentle friends. I must not read it. It is not meet for you to know how Caesar loved you. You are not wood, you are not stones, but men. And being men, hearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you. It will make you mad.
Yeah.
'Tis good you know not that you are his heirs. For if you should, oh, what would come of it?
We'll hear the will. Read it, Antony.
Will you have patience? Will you stay a while? I have overshot myself to tell you of it. I fear I wronged the honorable men whose daggers stabbed Caesar. I do fear it.
They were villains. Murderers.
They're villains, but the will, beat the will.
Yes. Read the will.
You will compel me then to read the will? Then make a ring around the corpse of Caesar. Let me show you him who made the will.
Yes.
Shall I descend? And will you give me
the
leave?
body?
Yes, you
Come
shall
down. Come down.
You shall
Listen.
Nay, press not so upon me. Stand far off.
Stand from the hearse. Stand from the body. Back, everyone.
If you have tears, prepare to shed them now. You all do remember this mantle. I remember the first time Caesar ever put it on. 'Twas a summer evening in his tent. That day he overcame the nervi. Look at this place where Cassius's dagger ran through. See what a rent the end of his casca made. Through this, the well-beloved Brutus stabbed. And as he plucked his cursed steel away, marked by the blood, as rushing out of doors to be resolved, to see if Brutus so unkindly knocked or no. For Brutus, you know, was Caesar's angel. Oh, judge, oh, you gods, how Caesar loved him. For when the noble Caesar saw Brutus stabbed, and gratitude stronger than traitors' arms, quite vanquished in them burst his mighty heart. And even at the base of Pompey's statue, which all the while ran blood, great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall it was, my countrymen. Then I and you and all of us fell down, whilst bloody treason flourished over us. Oh, now you weep, and I perceive you feel a dint of pity. These are gracious drops. Kind souls, what weep you when you see your Caesar's vesture wounded? Look you here, here is himself, marked as you see with trade. Oh, piteous spectre! Oh, no, Caesar!
Oh, woeful day!
Oh, traitors, villains!
Oh, most bloody sword!
We will be back!
Hey, countrymen!
Peace there. Hear the noble Antony. We'll hear him. We'll follow him. We'll die with him.
Good friends, sweet friends, let me not stir you up to such a sudden flood of mutiny. They that have done this deed are honorable in their private griefs. Alas, I know not that made them do it. They are wise and honorable, and will no doubt with reasons answer you. I come not, friends, to steal away your hearts. I am no orator as Brutus is, but you all know me as a plain, blunt man. That love my friend, and they know full well that they gave me public leave to speak of him. For I have neither wit, nor words, nor worth, actions, nor utterance, nor the power of speech to stir men's blood. I only speak right on. I tell you what you yourselves do know. Show me sweet Caesar's wounds, poor dumb mouths, and bid them speak for me. But were I Brutus and Brutus Antony, there were an Antony that would ruffle up your spirit and put a tongue in every wound of Caesar. That would move the stones of Rome to rise and mutiny.
Burn the house of Brutus.
The conspirators!
Yet hear me, countrymen. Yet hear me speak.
Peace. Peace. Peace.
go to do you know not what? Wherein hath Caesar thus deserved your loves? You know not. I will tell you then. You forgot the will I told you of. Here is Caesar's will, and under the seal of Caesar, to every Roman citizen, to every several man, he gives 75 drachmas. Hear me with patience. Moreover, he hath left you all his walks, his private arbors, and newly planted orchards. Oh, yeah! He hath left them to you and your descendants forever.
Yes.
Common pleasures to walk abroad and recreate yourselves. Yes. Here was our Caesar. When comes such another?
Away, away! We'll burn his body in the holy place, and with brands fire the traitors' houses.
Go fire!
Yeah.
Pluck down benches.
Pluck down farms, windows, anything!
Now let it work. Mischief, thou art afoot. Take thou what course thou wilt. How now, fellow?
Sure, Octavius has already come to Rome.
Where is he?
He and Lectors are at Caesar's house.
And thither I will straight to visit him. He comes upon a wish. Fortune is merry, and in this mood will give us anything.
I heard him say Brutus and Cassius are red like madmen through the gates of Rome.
Belike they had some notice of the people, how I moved them. Bring me to Octavius.
Civil war brews. Mark Antony and Octavius have formed an alliance whereby Brutus and Cassius might be humbled. The other conspirators have fled as death stalks them at every turn. Rightly so, for many fear the sting of that fateful day. Death has claimed these and many other senators. In the midst of Rome's strife, conflict arises betwixt friends and brothers. Brutus and Cassius, through the words and misunderstandings, came on breath. Yet a battle between the forces of Octavius and Brutus comes on the morrow. Caesar's blood has not right at all within the Republic. Wilt Brutus' sacrifice for glorious throne be in vain?
Remember, March, the Ides of March, remember? Did not Regulus bleed for justice' sake? What shall one of us, that struck the foremost man of all this world, but for supporting robbers, now contaminate our fingers with such base prides? I'd rather be a dog and wait the moon than such a Roman.
Brutus, bane not me, I'll not endure it.
Go to, Cassius! I say you are not.
I am.
I say you are not.
Urge me no more, I shall forget myself. Have mine upon your health, tempt me no farther.
Away, side man!
Let me go and see the dinner. There's some back dinner. Tis not meet they be alone.
You shall not come to them.
Nothing but death shall see me.
How now, what's the matter?
For shame, you generals. What do you mean? Love and be friends as two men should be. But I have seen more years. I'm sure than ye.
Get you hence, saucy fellow! Sirrah! Get you hence!
Away, away, be gone. I did not think you could have been so angry.
Oh, Cassius, I am sick of many griefs.
Of your philosophy you make no use, if you give place to accidental evils.
No man bears sorrow better. Portia is dead.
How, Portia?
She is dead.
How escaped I killing when I crossed you so? Oh, insupportable and touching loss. Upon what sickness?
Impatient of my absence, and grief that young Octavius with Mark Antony have made themselves strong. With this she fell distracted, with her attendants absent, swallowed fire.
And mine so?
Even so!
Oh, ye immortal gods!
Speak no more for her, I pray you. Lucius, give me a bowl of wine. In this, Cassius, I will drown all my unkindness.
My heart is thirsty for that noble pledge. Fill, Lucius, till the wine or swell the cup. I cannot drink too much of Brutus' love.
Come in, Genius. Welcome, good Massault. Should be close about this taper here and call into question our necessities.
Portia, art thou gone?
No more, I pray you. Massault, here I have received letters that Arch Antony with young Octavius come down upon us with a mighty power, bending their expedition towards Philippi.
Myself have letters of the self-same tenor.
With what addition?
That by prescription and bills of outlay, Octavius, Antony, and Lepidus have put to death 100 senators.
Herein our letters do not agree well. For my letters speak only of 70 senators that died by their prescriptions. Well, to our work alive. Cassius, what do you think of marching to Philippi presently?
I do not think it good.
Under your pardon, you must know besides we strive to the utmost of our friends. Our legions are brimful, our cause is right. The enemy increases every day. We at the height are ready to decline. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which taken at its height leads on to fortune. Omitted all the voyage of life, one is bound in shallows and miseries. On such a full sea we now afloat. We must take the current as it serves, or else lose our ventures.
Then, with your will, go on. We'll along ourselves and meet them at Philippi.
The deep of the night has crept in upon our call. There is no more to say?
No more. Good night. Early tomorrow, we will rise ahead.
Good night, and good repose.
Oh, my dear brother, this was an ill beginning of the night. Never come such a vision between our souls. Let it not, Brutus.
Everything is well.
Good night.
Good brother. Fare you well, good countrymen.
Good night, Lord Brutus.
Lucius, give me that gown. Where is thy instrument?
Here in the tent.
What, poor knave? Thou speakest drowsily. Lucius, call Claudius and some of my other men. I would have them sleep on cushions in my tent.
Baron Claudius!
Called you, my lord?
I pray you, sirs, lie on cushions and sleep. It may be, by and by, I will raise you on business to my brother Cassius.
So please you, we will stand and watch your pleasure.
I pray you would not, sirs, lie and sleep. It may be, it shall otherwise bethink me. Canst thou, Lucius, hold up thy heavy eyes a while, and that instrument, a string working?
Aye, my lord, and to please you.
It does. Thou art willing.
It is my duty, sir.
I should not urge thy duty past thy might. I know young bloods too look for a time of rest.
I've set my lord already.
And thou shalt sleep again. If I do live, I will be good to thee. This is a sleepy tune. Gentle knave, I will not do thee so much wrong as to wake. I will take thy instrument. If thou wert gone, I would have broken it. How ill this taper burns. Ah! Who comes here? Art thou some god? Some angel? Some demon? Then is my hair stand my blood cold. Speak to me who thou art.
The evil spirit, Brutus,
Why comest thou?
to tell thee that I shall see thee at Philippi.
Well, shall I see thee again?
Aye, at Philippi.
Why, I will see thee at Philippi then. Now that hated heart thou vanished, ill spirit, I would have hold more talk with thee. Lucius, boy, awake. Varro, Claudius, fellow, awake.
Those things, my lord, are false.
Lucius, awake, I say.
My lord?
Didst thou dream, Lucius? Didst thou cry out?
My lord, I do not know that I did cry.
Yes, thou didst. Didst thou see anything?
Nothing, my lord.
'Tis good. Sleep again. Borrow! Claudius! Let awake! Do you cry out, sirs, in your sleep?
I saw... No. Did we, my lord?
I saw you anything?
No, my lord, I saw nothing.
Nor I, my lord.
'Tis good. Go and commend me to my brother Cassius. Bid him set on his powers be time before, and we will follow.
Shall be done, my lord.
Now, Antony, our hopes are ended. You said the enemy would not come down. It proves not so. Their battles are at hand.
I know wherefore they do it. They come down in fearful bravery, thinking by this face to fasten in our thoughts that they have courage. But it's not so.
Prepare your generals. The enemy comes in gallant show. Their bloody sign of battle is hung out, and something to be done immediately.
The generals would have some words.
Words before blows, is it so, countrymen?
Not that we love words better, as you do.
Good words are better than bad strokes, Octavius.
And your bad strokes, Brutus, you give good words. Witness the hole you made in Caesar's heart, crying, "Long live! Hail, Caesar!"
Look, I draw a sword against conspirators. When think you that the sword goes up again? Never, till Caesar's 33 wounds be well avenged, or till another Caesar hath added slaughter to the sword of traitors.
Caesar, thou canst die by traitors' hands, unless thou bring them with thee.
So I hope I was not born to die on Brutus' sword.
Oh, if thou wert the noblest of thy strain, young man, thou could not die more honorably.
A peevish schoolboy, worthless of such honor, joined with a masquerader reveler.
Old Cassius, still!
Come, Antony, away! Defiance, traitors, hurl we in your If you dare fight today, come to the field. If not, when you have stomachs.
Now, most noble Brutus, the gods today stand friendly, that we may, lovers in peace, lead on our days to age. But since the affairs of men rest still uncertain, let's reason with the worst that may befall. If we do lose this battle, you are contented to be led in triumph through the streets of Rome?
No, Cassius, think not, that ever Brutus will go bound to Rome. He bears too great a mind. But this same day must end the work the Ides of March began. And whether we meet again, I know not. Therefore, this everlasting farewell we take. Forever, never farewell, Cassius. If we meet again, why should we so smile? And if not, then this parting was well made.
Forever and forever, farewell, Brutus. If we do meet again, we'll smile indeed. If not, 'tis true this parting was well made.
Oh, that a man might know this day's business ere it come. But suffice it, that the end will come, and the end will be known. Come ho, away!
Brutus gave the word too early. We having some advantage in Octavius took it too eagerly. The soldiers fell to spoil whilst we by Antony are enclosed.
Fly further off, my lord, fly further off. Mark Antony is in your tents, my lord. Fly therefore, noble Cassius, fly far off.
This hill is far enough. Look, look, Titinius. Are those my tents where I perceive the fire?
They are, my lord.
Titinius, if thou lovest me, mount on my horse and hide thy spurs in him. We have brought thee up to yonder troops and here again, that I may rest assured whether yon troops are friend or enemy.
I will be here again even with the thought.
Go, Gundars, get higher on that hill. My sight was ever thick. Regard Titinius, and tell me what thou notest about the field. Sirrah, what news?
Oh, my lord!
What news?
Titinius is enclosed round about with horsemen that make him on the spur. Yet he spurs on. They're almost on him. He's taken! And hark, they shout for joy.
Come down, behold no more. Oh, coward that I am, to live so long, to see my best friend ta'en before my face. Come hither, Sirrah, with this good sword that ran through Caesar's bowels. Search this bosom. Stand not to answer. Here take thou the hilts. And when my face is covered, as 'tis now, guide thou the sword. Oh! Caesar, thou art revenged, even with the sword that killed thee.
So, I am pleased. Yet I would not so have been. Turst I down my will. Oh, Cassius.
Where did you leave him?
I'll disconsolate with Gundars' bondman on this hill.
Is not that he that lies upon the ground?
He lies not like the living. Oh, my heart!
Is not that he?
No, this was he, Messala, but Cassius is no more. O setting sun, as in the red rays, thou dost sing tonight. So in his red blood, Cassius' day is set. The son of Roman set, our day is gone. Mistrust of my success has done this deed.
Mistrust of good success hath done this deed. O hateful error, why dost thou show to the absence of men the things that are not? I go to meet thee, the noble Brutus, thrusting this report into his ears, that I may say thrusting it. For piercing steel and darts and venom shall be as welcome to the ears of Brutus as tidings of this sight.
Why did thou send me forth, brave Cassius? Did I not meet thy friends? And then I put on my brows with wreath of victory, and bid me give it thee? Alas, thou hast misconstrued everything. And see how I regarded Caius Cassius. By your leave, gods, this is a Roman's part. Come, Cassius' sword, and find Titinius' heart. Oh.
Where Messala doth his body lie?
Lo yonder on Titinius' morning.
Titinius?
He is slain.
Julius Caesar, thou art mighty yet. Thy spirit walks abroad and turns our own swords into our own proper entrails.
Brave Titinius, look whether he have crowned the dead Cassius.
Are there two Romans living such as these? The last of all Romans? Come, therefore, good Romans, yet ere the night, we shall try fortune in a second fight. War remains of friends. Rest you here on this rock. Thetis, hark thee.
What, I, my lord? No, not for all the world.
Peace then. No words.
I'd rather kill myself.
Dardanius, hark thee.
Should I do such a deed? O Dardanius! Oh, Cletus! What ill-request did Brutus make of thee? To kill him, Cletus. Look, he meditates. That noble vessel full of grief, that it runs even over at his eyes.
Come hither, good Volumnius. This the word. Why this, Volumnius? I've seen the ghost of Caesar 2 times by night. I know my hour has come.
Not so, my lord.
Nay, I'm sure it is, good Volumnius. Thou seest the world, how it goes. Our enemies have beat us to the pit. It is worth for ourselves to jump in than to tarry till they push us over. Hold thou my sword hilt, Volumnius. Wilt thou?
It is not enough for a friend, my lord.
Fly! Fly, my lord!
Goodbye to you, and you, good countrymen. My heart doth joy, yet in all my life I found no man, but he was true to me. Night hangs upon my eyes. My bones would rest, that have labored, but to attain this hour. And follow! I pray thee, Strato, stay by thy lord. Thou art a fellow of good respect. Thy life has some smack of honor in it. Hold thou my sword hilts whilst I run upon it. Wilt thou, Strato?
Give me your hand first.
Farewell, good Strato. Caesar, now be still. I kill not thee with half so good a will.
What man is that?
My master's man. Strato, where is my master? Free from the bondage you are in, Messala. The conquerors can but make a fire of him. For Brutus only overcame himself, and no man else hath honor by his death. How died my master, Strato? I held the sword and he did run on it.
This was the noblest Roman of them all. All the conspirators, save only he, did that they did, an envy of great Caesar. He only, in general honest thought, and common good to all made one of them. His life was gentle, and the elements so mixed in him that nature might stand up and say to all the world, this was a man!